Reviewing the stairs we have created, you can always go to the properties browser, and here you'll see the different constraints where the base level is. In this case, it is at the first floor, top of concrete. You can always place an offset there if you want to. Let's say you have a raised platform where the stairs will start. So that will be the first step up. So that could have a base offset then. The top level is where the stairs is going to stop. And likewise, you also have a top offset in case there are some scenarios where you have a maybe lowered floor. And based on the height from floor to floor or those constraints, you'll have your desired number of rise, which is computed based on the maximum rise height. So you're dividing it by this number, and Revit is trying to calculate how many steps is going to be created. So if you click on the edit type, by the way, this is the type of stairs you are creating. You can always change that as well. If you want to, if you're making major changes, then you can duplicate this, rename it properly. Okay, so you have your riser height, maximum, and then the minimum tread width. So this cannot be accurately drawn as this size. So it's a range depending on the height from floor to floor. So that will be used, and this will be the minimum run width. So you can always change it here. It's best to change it before you create the stairs. I'll show you later why. Okay, and then there is this calculation rule. Basically, it gives you a good ratio between rise and its depth. Okay, so that you'll have a nice, stairs, not too steep, not too shallow, not too low. So basically, I don't change this unless there is a specific requirement in terms of the code. And then you have your run type. You can always change this here. There's a browse button that you can select, and then there are further changes that you can create. So if you're going to be very specific about each part of the stairs, you have to drill down and look at these parameters. Okay, so like the thread material, riser material, so you can change that here. So are you using thread? And if so, what's the thread thickness? What's the thread profile? So currently it gives you the default, but then you can always change here. If you are able to upload a profile, then that profile will be used. So I'll show you how to create profile in later lectures. Okay, so nosing length, nosing profile. Again, similarly, you can change that here. Okay, if you're using risers, right? Is it slanted? What's the riser thickness? Okay, so these are where you can change all those values. Okay, landing type, non-monolithic landing. Again, just click here. Then you'll have some values, same as run, or uncheck that. So not that much. Then there will be the identity. Remember, this is a building information modeling. So normally you'll have some information like for the costing, even type mark for tagging. Supports, right? So do you want support, a stringer, a closed stringer, or an open carriage? So you can change that there. You can vary from the right and the left support, because sometimes a set of stairs will be attached to a wall, so the right support will differ from the left support. Okay, do you need a middle support, especially if you have a wide uh, stairs, right? You might want to place another support there. Okay, cut mark type, so zigzag, especially for the floor plan. Okay, those are values that you can change or update. Normally, they are acceptable. And then, of course, more information. So we'll accept those values here. And like before, if you create a stair, you simply go to the Architecture tab, Stairs, click on Stairs, and then you have this option to create it using the Run or the landing or support. Normally you use the Run. And then you have here straight, full step spiral, center end spiral. And like we said, in Ontario, we don't want to use the winder type of stairs. They are not permitted, either the L-shaped winder or the U-shaped winder. And for grand staircase, you normally would use the sketch method. Okay, so for the sketch method, you draw the boundary. Okay, so this will be the boundary in this case. And then you draw the riser. So these are the riser. But in this case, you can draw it according to your desired shape. And then you draw the stair path. So this is the stair path. Let me just cancel out from that. Instead, let's draw again a straight stair from here. Let's put it here in the open area. So straight. So since you are creating, in this case, my base is at the second floor, I can always change that. So let me cancel out first. Stair. Oops. Stair, base, first floor, top level, second floor. Okay, so I have my desired numbers rise, straight type of stairs. And you'll see there grayed out the number of risers you have already created and how many more is remaining. So if you pull this to the very end and even over or beyond that, you'll see that you have created all your 21 risers as computed by Revit. Okay, so if you click out, you can still set the railing, or you can choose the railing type. Do you want it on the thread or on the stringer? Okay, you can always change that after and click OK. And then finally click the check mark. So since we don't have an opening here, I can always move that stairs from there to here so you can see the stairs we have created.